Hello! So, with the recent Dawntrail live letter, we now have more information about the new jobs coming in the expansion. This video will be about Pictomancer. Because of the teasers we've got, how Yoshi has talked about the job, and the gameplay we've seen, we can tell what the job is mostly going to play like, so this video will cover that. The basics of Pictomancer go like this. This button here is a self-contained 1-2-3 combo. You just need to press it 3 times and your character will automatically go through its 3 different spells. When you complete this 1-2-3 combo, you get 25 gauge and 1 white paint. White paint can be spent on this ability, which does damage and is instant cast, allowing you to move. Once you have 50 juice, you can press this button to flip your palette. This gives you access to a different 1-2-3 combo. This 1-2-3 combo does significantly more damage, but has a longer casting time, forcing you to stay in place. When you flip your palette, you also convert 1 of your white paint into dark paint, which allows you to use this spell, which also has no cast time. That's generally the basics of the job. You use your 1-2-3 combo to get white paint, then flip your palette, and use your dark combo to deal more damage and drop meteors on people. You'll also have access to a rainbow laser that has a very long cast time. You won't really feature this in your rotations, but it's great as an opener for a battle when the tank is about to pull. However, there is a second central mechanic. The main defining mechanic of Pictomancer are these canvases. On them, you can render creatures, weapons, and landscapes. I say weapons and landscapes, but we only have one of each of those right now. These 3 buttons here render things onto your canvases, which transforms these buttons down here into things that release your canvases. You can think of this mechanic like charging and releasing. Each one of these paintings can be charged with a different, unique painting, and each one is released with a different button. Let's talk about landscape as an example. You press this button to charge your canvas with a landscape, then this button to release it. When you release it, you create a circle zone that gives a variety of buffs. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what all these buffs do, but there are some we can identify. This one seems to empower your next 5 global cooldowns, this one gives you a free usage of your palette flip, and when the effect expires, you seem to get a free usage of your rainbow laser. Also, when you release your landscape, it gives you access to this button, which seems to be very big damage. Hammer works somewhat similarly. You press this button to charge your canvas with a hammer, then this button to release it. Once the hammer is released, you gain access to a 3-hit hammer combo that is all contained on this one button. Press it 3 times, and you get to swing the hammer 3 times, each of which does damage and does not have a cast time, allowing you to move around. Finally, we have the creature. Press this button to load up your canvas with a creature, and press this button to release it. Instead of the other canvases which have only one thing that can be loaded into them, Creature has 4. However, they all work very similarly. Once you load them in, you press this button to do a circle AoE around the target, then when you've used 2 of them, you get this button to do a line AoE. As an example, let's run through these creatures. First one is Palm. You press this to load a palm on your canvas, then press this to drop a bunch of palms in a circle around your target. Palm then changes to Wing. You press this to load a wing on your canvas, then press this to do a circle AoE around the target. Now that you've used 2 different ones, this ability becomes active, which you can use for line AoE. Once you've used the wing attack, the wing changes into claws. Use this to load your canvas with a claw, then press this to release it to do a circle AoE around your target. At this point, claw changes into bite. Press this to load a bite on your canvas, then press this to bite around your target. Now that you used 2 more, you get access to this button, which is another line AoE. Finally, once you've used Bite, it switches back to Palm and begins the cycle again. So you load Palm, release Palm, load Wing, release Wing, Moogle, load Claw, release Claw, load Teeth, release Teeth, unleash, I don't know what to call this, Imp? Evil Moogle? You know what I mean. It's also important to note here that every attack associated with the monster cast is an off global cooldown, so you can weave them in other places. So that's the cycle of the creatures, and also how these canvases work. Use your creature canvas to give yourself off-global cooldowns, use your hammer canvas to give you a combo that allows you to move around, and use your landscape canvas to empower yourself. The one other ability that got shown off was this button, which is a dash in the direction you're facing that also gives you a mini sprint. Very handy. These two buttons are almost certainly AoE versions of your basic combo. Not much to say here, they just deal damage in an AoE. The only abilities that were not used are these two abilities. While I'm not sure exactly what they do, judging by the job actions trailer, they're almost certainly some form of defensive cooldown. This is a shield, and this one pulses in an AoE. I don't really know their effects because the specifics of their effects are going to depend on the descriptions and buffs that they provide, and they weren't used in the gameplay. So feel free to speculate on these two. And that's how the job works. Use these buttons to load up your canvas with different things, then these buttons to release them. After you've released them, you can use these buttons as damaging follow-ups. Between loading up your canvas, you use this as your 1-2-3 combo, which gives you white paint and juice. Then you use the juice to flip your palette to use your dark combo, which does more damage and drop meteors on people. That's the job. Thank you so much for watching. I'll probably have another video out at some point discussing the overall job changes and my thoughts on them, although I might wait to do that until after the media tour information is out, just so I don't speculate on job changes that end up not going through or getting changed or whatever. Thank you so much for watching.